Hi everyone, this is Deborah. Today we're going to talk about a subject that YouTube really doesn't like us to talk about, but it needs to be addressed. Even if I don't get monetized, I'm going to talk about it. And the word is depression. I firmly believe that people who are depressed, it's because it's God's way of trying to get you to address certain things in your life that you have been avoiding. And I was never depressed until I got married. Oh my God. I did have a nervous stomach. My mother made me kind of nervous sometimes. Because she was a good mother, but back then, teenagers think they got the worst mother in the world, right? Yes, I always had a nervous stomach. I was in the hospital a couple times in high school for this nervous stomach. So back to depression. When my children were toddlers, my mother said, "Debbie, what happened to that sweet little girl? You used to be so sweet." And whenever your mother criticizes you, you take it the wrong way without realizing she's noticing something that you haven't noticed, okay? I tell you what, when your mother is trying to tell you something, you better the hell listen, because it could save you years, okay? It could save you years of your life trying to figure out what the hell's wrong when your mother's telling you right off the bat. Well, it's because I was being abused and neglected, but I didn't know it because the only thing I had to compare it to was my parents' marriage, which was filled with a lot of shouting, a lot of cussing, a lot of arguments. Yeah, that's all I had to compare it to. And so yeah, I would be so sad that I would be bedridden. I mean, literally for 2 to 3 days. I don't know how I functioned with little children. I don't know how I did it. They got used to me, I'm sure, being in the bed. A lot of it is because my spouse would upset me with words. Back then, he didn't try to hit me because my parents didn't live too far. All I had to do was say one word to my daddy, and he'd be a dead man, for sure. You should go watch Walter and the Charlie Chip guy if you don't know what I'm talking about. So, yeah, I spent a lot of my married life in the frickin' bed. Don't do that, people. Don't do that to yourself. If something is going on in your life that's putting you in the bed, get help. I had gone to like three or four different therapists. Finally, I went to one by myself, and the therapist told me right off the bat what the problem was. After I had talked for about, I guess, a half hour, she goes, "Okay, I know what the problem is." Now, I'm not going to tell you all what she said because it's definitely a shock. It was a shock to me that somebody noticed. You know, back then, in the, I guess, in the late, what is it, 2006 and 7, nobody knew what a narcissist was. Nobody. You know, it was like a new term. So, the last 10 years of my marriage, I would write in my my diary. I hate him. I hate him. I hate him. He would try to do things. He would purposely get me upset and mad at him so he could leave. Now, you girls got to recognize this. Whenever they're making a big argument out of nothing, it's because they want to leave. Don't react to them. Do not react to them. That's what they want. So I caught on towards the end when I was at Hito 2 with my husband. He purposely broke a bottle of fingernail polish. And I knew then, don't react. Yeah, don't react. That's what they want. And then I think the very last time we had any of these kind of situations, he spilt a whole lot of coffee in my vehicle, and I never reacted. I just started cleaning it up because I knew it's because he just wanted the hell out of there. I didn't react, but guess what? They're going to do what they want to do, right? Yeah, and I had to have a masseuse tell me, oh, don't you know what's going on, Debbie? He is controlling you with your anger. Yeah, and she was right. I caught on. So, I was going to do a HelloFresh on film with you guys. I don't know if I'm up to it. I started getting sick again last night. And it always happens late at night. So back to depression. Oh, I'm trying to look for some. Here we go. I was told that sometimes this runs in the family, you know? I don't know. But my ex tried to get people to think I was crazy. And I knew what his plan was. So he went to a therapist. And he charted me for a whole year, and because my ex would have loved to have told people, oh yeah, she's bipolar, she's crazy. No, he said, she just has bad PMS. Just give her a Xanax 2 days before she starts. She'll be fine. Boy, did that piss off a couple people. Yeah, because it would have made life so easy for him if he was able to say, oh, yeah, I had to divorce her because she was a nutcase. Well, that wasn't the case, people. Yeah, that wasn't the case. I feel very guilty about the time that I've spent in the bed when I should have been outside playing ball with my children. Okay, listen to me, girls. And I'm going to tell you something else. Men are now suffering from depression. A very close person in my life tried to off himself. And I was the only one there for him. Okay? Let me tell you what. If somebody is calling you, answer the fucking phone. It could be somebody begging for help. Yeah. Twice last year, I helped 2 very special people in my life. And I don't regret it. And so if you've got someone in your life that you can call and talk about your depression, consider yourself lucky. Consider yourself very lucky. Those are the people that you need to keep in your life. And Just give me a minute. I got to fix this eye. Yeah. Now, when I was going through my divorce, I thought often about ending it. I wanted to end it. But because of my granddaughter and my faith in God, I knew I had to pray about this, and I did. And so I know that there's still a stigma. There's still a big stigma. But don't let that stigma keep you from calling somebody that you know will give you a couple minutes. Okay? I have a friend like that. Now, there are these fair weather friends that only are friends with you when it suits them, right? Now I've been betrayed by so many people. I can't tell you. I've been betrayed by like, for instance, my matron of honor. She went to my ex's wedding when he got married again. What part of toxic and abuse did you not get? See, that's a slap in my face. When you go through your life, there are going to be a lot of people that are going to betray you, and it's heartbreaking. It's heartbreaking. Now, here's the thing. She had a right to go if she wanted to. She even called him or texted him and said, is it going to upset Debbie if I come? The person she should have asked is me. She was a relative of mine. Yeah. So there's many times in your life that your best friends are going to betray you. I had the deepest betrayal, the worst betrayal any woman could ever have. I only wished it was an affair that he was having. Well, I can compete with women. If you know what I'm trying to say. But I still have the greatest amount of respect for him because he did give me a quality of life that was unsurpassed in my family, only because we both worked very hard. But depression has been a big part of my life, and I've also suffered from seasonal affective disorder. That is when you don't get as much sunlight during the winter months. You are just so down. I know my sister who passed, she had to get a light box. This can be prescribed by your doctor so that you don't have to pay for it. You know what I'm saying? And maybe I should get a light box. But I'm depressed because I had such a crappy Christmas, right? Yeah. Had a really crappy Christmas. So, yeah, it's okay to be depressed. It's okay to be sad. But don't go too deep into that dark hole, because sometimes you cannot get out. And 2 times in my life, when my whole world was crumbling down, I got on my knees and asked God. I asked him to take away resentment and to not retaliate against the people or the certain people in my life who have really hurt me. Believe me, I could have destroyed them all. But I asked God to help me. I asked God to guide me through this, and he did, because I didn't have the strength to leave. I didn't. And Your life is too short. Blink your eyes and you're going to be an old person. Just blink your eyes. It's that fast. So why would you want to wait one more second being sad, feeling sorry for yourself? Don't do it.